right, Johnny, I'm ready.
What? What? Ready for more pain?
No, I'm with you. Where's the pitchfork? Where's the pitchfork? Enough is enough. Let's get on a plane, fly to Nashville for Wednesday's game against the Flyers and chat with the Bridgestone faithful. Fire Bruno, fire Bruno.
You ever just want to get down on one knee and thank the hockey gods upstairs that Phil Forsberg is a Nashville Predator?
Hey everybody, it's Jersey Guy. Hold my beer. Are you sure you want me here? Hat-trick watch, anybody? Is it maybe somewhere that we owe a massive debt to the hockey gods?
Again and again and again.
Feel like a kid again, Johnny.
Is this happening? This isn't an ad for some dang cookie. I want a piece of that action.
Well, you don't have to tell me twice.
What do you have to tell me that is going to make me feel positive? And
Maybe the Titans won't let us down on Thursday.
Preds, walk it off!
Okay, on with Johnny's reaction video.
Redemption take you home.
Preds lose 5-2 Monday night to the New Jersey Devils inside the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey. Nico Hischier got his first career hat trick because of course he did. When it rains, it pours pain on Preds Nation, and to top it all off, his hat trick was a natural one. These things always happen to the Predators, either getting goalied by a rookie goalie in like his first start, or something like this against an up-and-coming star. Devils fans who may come across this video, you got a hell of a lineup there. I see it in this game tonight. I see it in other games I've watched this season. Kids who will work every night, just like Nico Hischier. As for Preds Nation, this is what this channel is targeted towards. This ever heartbroken fan base, game after game, year after year. This team barely showing a heartbeat right now. Let's just get to the rant, shall we? To start off with, you will see that this living room is set up as if it was a Preds victory, but it's not. I need that extra room to move around, free-flowing, so I can really drive the points home I'm going to make in this video. There are a few positives in this game. I'm going to get them out of the way early so that I can dwell on the negatives, because we all need to do that right now. Forsberg, one goal closer to 300. I just wish it could come in a winning cause. Zachary Heroux, another goal. That rookie is working his butt off. I love that he's the agitator and drew the major. But we'll get to that later on in the recap. Saros made 26 saves out of facing 30 shots. I can't really fault him for any of the goals he came up because he never got any really help in front of him. I'm glad he finally got the mercy pull, even though I wish it would have come a little bit sooner. Now for the negatives. I didn't appreciate the fact that this team went 0 for 5 on a stinking power play. One goal wouldn't have hurt to give this team some sort of spark to show some sort of life, especially with that major in the third. Also not good when it takes over 5 minutes to start the game for you to register your first shot on goal. Yes, I know it went in, but the Devils were massively out shooting you already before you hit that point. The fact that you allowed a hat trick in this game is one thing. That happens. That happens from time to time. The Preds will score hat tricks. They'll have hat tricks scored against them. But the fact that it was a natural hat trick, realize what that means. Devils goals by the same player with no answer from the Preds. At least once I would have liked to see some pushback, but you allowed 3 unanswered goals, a natural hat trick in the same bed. That was absolute garbage. No, not garbage. That would be an insult to garbage. Thank you, Max Greenberg from the Catfish on Ice podcast for that one. The Preds' league best penalty kill after taking on the league's best power play and killing off every penalty on Saturday was taking on the second best power play in the league. So I guess that streak of not allowing a power play goal could only go on for so long before they finally allowed one. And that one Devils power play goal was scored in the midst of the Nico Hischier natural hat trick. Oh, but it gets better. It gets better. It wasn't for a stick infraction, which I could understand if you were trying to prevent a scoring chance. No, Preds Nation, if you missed it, it was for a too many men on the ice call. I swear, this team seems to take a too many men on the ice call every single damn game. Why isn't the coaching staff making sure that players don't go on too early before guys are able to come off? Bench minors ultimately fall on the guys running the bench. When the Devils made it 4-1, I think with like 3 minutes left to go in the second period, I thought for sure that Saros was going to get the mercy pulled in. I guess, we wanted to try and bring down his goals against by waiting until the intermission. I honestly was a little afraid for Saros that Bruno wasn't going to pull him and he was going to leave him out there for the third. Thank God that didn't happen, and Wedgwood played the rest of the game in the third period, not allowing a goal. At least he was showing some fight. So, the third period, a period that the Preds went into down by 3 goals. Did anybody in the moment seem to count up how many shots on goal or check NHL.com's box score to see how many shots on goal the Preds registered in that third period? I'm just going to tell you, no reason to look it up and take you away from this rant. 1, 2, 3. 3 shots on goal, down by 3 over the last 20 minutes. Absolutely pathetic. Aside from the Zach Leroux goal, his second of the season, that kid definitely doesn't want to be sent down to Milwaukee. He's fighting. I appreciate that. Under 8 minutes left to go in the game. You know who's doing the Lord's work in this game, despite it seem out of reach, is Zachary Leroux. He's getting into a war of words with an NHL veteran, I would think, Timo Meier. Zachary Leroux is getting under his skin. They're trading words. He gets under his skin enough that Timo Meier two-hands him to the face, knocks him down, draws blood, and even though they might not be doing enough to pull wins out of their butts, props to Steven Stamkos and Colton Sissons for coming to Leroux's defense right away. The refs don't call any retaliation on them. They don't deserve it. They're sticking up for a teammate. The refs immediately call a major on Timo Meier, which allows them to review it. The review shows, duh, obviously he should be kicked out. With about, 7 minutes left to go in the game, the Preds would get a 5-minute power play. And before the power play even started, the negative Nelly me is thinking, watch the Preds totally take a penalty to negate the power play. But to their credit, the entire 5 minutes, they don't take a penalty. You know what they also don't do during that 5 minutes? Get more than 1 shot on goal. Are you kidding me? I didn't even notice it because I'm just hoping maybe for a miracle. Maybe they can fight back into this game. MSG, that I got stuck, yes. What a wonderful season. Not only does my team suck, I have to suffer the most I have ever had in one NHL season watching the opposing team's call. I know every call is going to be homerish to theirs, but I would like FanDuel. I want to feel at home listening to Willie and C-Mace and Lindsay on the road, or Kara if it's at home, and Hal Gill during the intermission. I don't want to get away from this game, but that's taking me off. So during that 5 minutes, power play, the fact that you got outshot by a team that was short-handed, it makes absolutely no sense. I don't want to think this team has quit on each other, but they certainly aren't listening to the coaches if you can only master 1 shot on a 5-minute power play. Crappy crap. Preds would pull Scott Wedgwood near the end of that 5-minute power play to make it a 6-on-4. Dowling would put PredsNation out of their misery and finally end this torturous game once and for all, making the final Devils 5, Preds 2. Did I piss somebody off before the season even started? Is there something I can take back? Because, I wasn't expecting President's Trophy-esque hockey from this team 22 games into the season, but I was expecting playoff contending hockey by now. 22 games is a pretty significant sample size, I would think. Elliot Friedman, in interviews I have heard, has alluded to that Barry Trotz and other GMs have wanted to make trades to make their teams better, but the asking price is just a little bit steep for some people right now who want to pull the trigger. Well, me and quite a few people I've talked to in this fan base think that maybe it's time to overpay a little bit and pull the trigger on something to light a fire under this team. I said Saturday was a stay of execution for the head coach. Well, you know what? That's back on. I want and expect in my place, because I'm up here in Vancouver, that fans who go to the Flyers game inside Bridgestone Arena on Wednesday will show their displeasure at the first sign of regression from this team in that game. Send a message to the team executives in the suites and incoming owner Bill Haslam, who I don't believe has full ownership yet. Enough is enough. Get someone lined up. I know how back channeling works. This team is not getting out of the funk it's in until there's a major shakeup. So as I catch my breath after that amazing rant of everything I had on my chest, that is it for this video. Thank you very much for watching as always. Click a like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really loved watching this true blue Preds fan yell into his camera. If you want to interact with me during every torturous Preds game or any trade news that comes up, you can find me by clicking on a channel name. Tell all your friends about Redemption, and Barry Trotz, if some way, somehow you're watching this, thank you for finding it. Thank you for listening to an honest, diehard Preds fan. But for the sake of the mental health of this fan base, do something!